That little party I went to, the Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the, cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a backyard with his backyard with a fat bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever.
Chrisean Rock just shook up the internet after she jumped on Instagram and put Young Miami on blast for selling her off to Diddy to be used in his freak-offs. People didn't take it easy on Miami at all and dragged her for filth, because the revelation came at the exact time Miami was exposed by a victim disguising herself as Jane Doe in the ongoing trial. She said Miami was Diddy's top freak-off queen, and she was actually getting paid the most out of all his side pieces. Jane Doe said she was getting paid just about $10,000, but Miami was getting paid over $250,000, and it was later increased to $500,000. Apparently, the reason why Diddy bumped up Miami's monthly payment of $500,000 was because, aside from freaking off with him, she was covering up his crimes and servicing girls to him, with one of them being Chrisean. Young Miami got dragged into this mess with Diddy a while back when one of Diddy's SA victims, Lil Rod, filed a lawsuit against him, in which he also incriminated Young Miami for being part of his criminal enterprise. In his initial filing, he only talked about what Miami did to him, but he later amended his lawsuit and exposed her for getting payments of up to $250,000 to indulge in multiple crimes, including exporting substances for him across state lines. Lil Rod claims during a Thanksgiving party that Diddy invited him to in Miami, he spiked his drink with substances, and when he was high and practically unable to defend himself, he ordered Young Miami to make her cousin SA him while he watched and please himself. According to court documents, Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom while he was inside, at which point she allegedly started groping him and performing oral acts on him without his consent. Jones said that he tried to push her away and left the restroom, only then to be followed by Miami's cousin, who then allegedly undressed and attempted to straddle him and have intercourse with him in front of Diddy and others. Now, as I said, Lil Rod later amended the lawsuit, and that's when he added even more incriminating information about Young Miami. He accused her of receiving monthly payments from Diddy as a reward for servicing him girls for his parties. He said Young Miami was among those who were paid a monthly fee by Diddy to work as his ex-workers. He went on to attach a few images from that night, and you can see Miami, her cousin, as well as Diddy in it, having a wild time, as if these allegations couldn't get worse. He also accused her of transporting substances for Diddy whenever he needed it, and those substances included his infamous pink, which has been brought up in a lot of his trial. In fact, it was part of the things the feds collected from his hotel room the same day he was arrested. Apparently, he was preparing to have another freak off that day, but the police said not on their watch. Anyway, going back to Lil Rod, he said Miami used to transport this pink to Diddy through Diddy's private jet. The suit read, Robin Greenhill, the accountant, would ensure the wiring, funds transfer, or cash payments to ex-workers. Frankie Santella, Moy Bond, Brendan Paul, and KK would also be responsible for ensuring payments to workers in cash. Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' ex-workers and received payment via wire transfer from Robin Greenhill, which outlined defendants' ongoing criminal operation. The moment this tea came out, a lot of folks were talking, because for a very long time, there were rumors that Diddy was paying Miami up to $500,000 a month. And at some point, they even broke up because he slashed it down to $250,000 and she wasn't having it. People were already suspecting that Miami was doing something very illegal for him to be paying her that much, and they clearly weren't wrong. I mean, do y'all remember the time that Miami got so bold and told Diddy's side piece that all she had to do was call Diddy, and Gina would be on her knees eating her PE? It was giving very much, I'm the mother of this house, and you little girls are under me. Because why else would she do that so boldly over an argument that was never that serious?
Young Miami put out a tweet a while back and basically was into it with, I guess, one of Diddy's other women.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically said, if I wanted you to eat my cat, Diddy would have had you on your knees by now.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that that was really like her telling on herself before she knew things were going to hit the fan?
No,
like
I think
this?
that was her being herself because she's a dumb.
Damn.
I think she was just telling the truth because it's almost as rough as Nicki Minaj with females out here. I hear she lace front all the time. Snatching up and throwing them in her nasty twat. Like when I think of the title of her show, I'm like, is that what your victims be saying? Carisha, please?
Oh, man. Damn. Okay.
Please, Carisha, stop, Carisha, please. She likes that. That turns her on. Wild bitch. And her in the sexy red and the Sukianas and all this the saucy Santanas. The whole lot of them. Got sadists. I know a Punisher when I see one. I was a Punisher one time in my life. You know, it takes one to know one. And I used to be hard on but these, they do it.
Anyway, once all this tea started spilling across the internet, Carissa decided to jump in too, and her claims added even more fuel to the fire.
Chrisean, that's what Diddy and what the girl Carisha was trying to recruit Rock. Remember that when they was heavily trying to get Rock to hang out with them? I think they was trying to recruit her. She got a lot going on. We're gonna talk about it on this podcast. We're gonna get to the nitty gritty of all the gritty of the nitty. Because it's necessary. I think them was trying to recruit her. Because remember they just had her pulling up to everything. Yeah, remember? See what I'm saying? We don't. This podcast gonna be, because y'all know the mama know everything and everybody business. So we gonna find out on this podcast. We ain't gonna talk no shit about nobody. We ain't gonna mock nobody, but we definitely gonna explore the possibilities that was going on. Because they kept calling her, remember, pull up to the birthday party. Come over here and dance on Carisha. Remember that? I feel like they was trying to recruit that baby to be in on this. That makes you see what I'm saying? That's why I gotta have a podcast, because I gotta get the table. Can't nobody get it on the table but my nose. Okay? Tasha K ain't she over there making up. I know we gonna get to the bottom of it on this podcast. Tell me if I'm lying. Go on over there and tell me if I'm lying. I'm telling you, they was trying to recruit that baby. They said, let's get her away from him. That's what they was doing. We gonna put a couple pounds of that on her and have her fly. They ain't gonna never suspect her.
Damn, that was so serious. That's why he grabbed him and he said, what did he say? He said, do you love her or do she need love?
All she needs is love. Now, how about that? We're going to explore all the possibilities.
She revealed that Young Miami once tried to convince Chrisean to become one of Diddy's girls for his private freak-offs. According to Carissa, there was a time when Miami suddenly began hanging out with Chrisean a lot, taking her out, spoiling her. But back then, Chrisean didn't understand why. It wasn't until Diddy started getting exposed in the media that Chrisean started putting the pieces together. She now believes Miami was grooming her to join Diddy's secret circle of women. Initially, people thought Carissa was just trying to chase clout and get attention. But after doing some digging, fans actually found receipts backing up her claims. An old video surfaced showing Chrisean at one of Diddy's parties. In the video, Diddy repeatedly leaned in to kiss her on the face while she looked visibly uncomfortable and confused. She tried to pull away smoothly, but he held her tightly, making the whole thing feel off. And it doesn't end there. Another video from January 2024 showed Chrisean narrating a chilling story. She said Diddy invited her and Lemuel Plummer, the executive producer baddies, to a private room behind his main house. That room, according to Chrisean, was part of a space where phones weren't allowed, and even Lemuel's security team was denied entry. People suspect this was one of Diddy's secret locations where his freak-offs took place. Chrisean claimed that when they entered, Diddy grabbed Lemuel by the collar and started yelling at him, accusing him of underpaying Chrisean for her work on baddies. At first, the story confused fans. What did Diddy have to do with her paycheck? But looking back, it's clear. Many now believe Diddy staged the entire thing to make Chrisean feel protected and emotionally loyal to him. a tactic he's allegedly used before to manipulate women.
You'll never forget that motherfucking day, bro. So I set a price. I said 200,000. You said 100. I said 150. I'm not going underneath that. Cause what? I'm about to bring a lot to the table. That little party I went to, Diddy party. We went to the little private area behind the cause he had a house behind his house. Like he had a house, a backyard with his backyard with a fat bed, and then it had like a miniature little whatever. And then me and Lemmy go upstairs. They tell him that he can't bring his security. He went in like a little with no security, so it's just me and Lemmy. We go up in there. Hold on. We go up in there. We go upstairs. He like, what's up, Diddy? You know, you met Chrisean. You gave her kisses on the cheek. Early on in the party or whatever. We just wanted to follow up. I'm glad that you Sean. And then he grabbed Lemmy by his neck. It was like, but do you with her? Like, don't play with her. All she needs is love. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. And I didn't understand that.
According to Chrisean, her relationship with Lemuel deteriorated after that. But interestingly, he started paying her significantly more. It felt like Diddy was trying to make her think, I'm the one who gets things done for you. Stick with me. And this grooming tactic? It's not new. Cassie reportedly went through something similar. So, did Jane Doe, another victim involved in the ongoing trial? Jane Doe revealed she was in a relationship with Diddy from 2021 to 2024, all the way until his arrest. And let's not forget, Young Miami was also linked to Diddy from 2022 until the Fed stepped in. So yes, this confirms Miami likely knew exactly who Jane Doe was. Jane Doe's experience eerily mirrors Cassie's, except for one painful admission. She stayed. Not because she wanted to, but because Diddy was paying her rent and offered $10,000 a month, under one condition. She had to do everything he asked. That included participating in his freak-offs. She said she repeatedly told Diddy she didn't want to be involved, but he'd gaslight her every time. He'd remind her who was footing the bills, and warn that if she left, everything would be cut off. That financial control kept her locked in. One of the biggest breaking points? Seeing photos of Diddy vacationing with Young Miami in Turks and Caicos, a trip she wasn't invited to. Why?